Hi, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. And it's what we typically in many areas call the dog days of summer, the latter part of the summer. And it's a time when pest problems are often at their peak in turf grass, whether it be weeds, diseases, or insects. And I think it's good, it's always good during the off season to take a time and reflect and look back at what happened. But it's good while things are still fresh in your mind too. And I think there's two reasons for that. One, I always emphasize record keeping. And sometimes it's good when you're really in the middle of it to take good notes, so when you're not in the middle of it anymore, you can remember exactly what happened. And in North Carolina here, it's been I guess a typical year in that it's been an atypical year. Hot temperatures really started for us in late May. It's been above normal temperatures all summer long, yet certain pests like green June beetles that fly and lay eggs, which hatch into grubs, they've shown up several weeks late this year. And that really just illustrates the need of why you don't just simply say because it's hotter, pests are going to show up earlier, or because it's cooler, they're going to show up later, because here this summer, it's been quite a bit warmer. And in the case of green June beetles out flying and laying eggs, they have showed up later. The occurrence over a large regional area could vary a lot. Here in Raleigh, North Carolina, we saw very few Japanese beetles in the areas that I visited earlier in the summer. Yet you go to parts of the Midwest and they basically had record numbers. It's often hard to predict that. It's often hard even to understand why those things have happened. But there's great regional variation, which tells us when you see a report for a particular pest being quite abundant, don't necessarily assume that's going to occur in your area if it's several states away, because there's not consistency across large areas. The other thing, this year I reported earlier, we saw fall armyworm moths in North Carolina really early this summer. We saw egg masses really early this summer, and it was not boding well as far as a year in which we were going to have to battle fall armyworms. Well, here we are later in the summer, and we still have not had significant outbreaks. So the bottom line on this, two things. Number one, you've really got to get out and look. You can't rely upon what other people are seeing, what's happening in other areas, what some of the preliminary reports are. You've really got to monitor the turf grass you're responsible for and see what's happening in your area and see if the early warning signs really do follow through. And the other is keep good records. Keep good records of what happened this year compared to next year. Look for trends, and it'll really make you much more efficient at what you do. So hopefully as this year goes on, we won't get any surprises, but we probably will. And if so, I'll report them here. Look forward to talking with you again soon.